Talking Los Angeles sports from a sleazy hotel in Des Moines, Iowa, where the ground is covered in snow and the TVs are tuned to Fox News whether you want it or not. Good morning. It's Tuesday, the 22nd of February, and well, this is your daily dose of Los Angeles sports and snark. This is Faithful Angelinos. They wouldn't let me use the theme from Jackass. You got to improvise. So today's main topic, we're going to talk about LAFC. We'll get to that in a moment for the upcoming MLS season. If you like what we talk about on this channel, feel free to clickety-clack the likes, clickety-clack the subscribe button, and share the video with your friends. Look forward to chatting with you. So on a Tuesday morning, what can I tell you? Well, for openers, the NBA is off until Thursday, and if you're a Lakers or Clippers fan, I think we're all a little bit better off for that. Kings are off. They're off until Wednesday, I believe. Baseball is locked down. So before we talk about Major League Soccer, that nutty little thing, let's talk about the one thing that did happen in Los Angeles sports, the Rams. The Rams have a new offensive coordinator. Liam Cohen returns to the ever-loving arms of Sean McVey. He replaces Kevin OConnell, who I can't believe left the team. Now, you might say, James, hey, it's a head coaching position. That's a really good improvement, but is it? When you're the offensive coordinator of the Rams, you're like the guy leading the prayer meeting in a homeless shelter. Nobody's going to be there. It's pointless. You're getting paid for absolutely nothing. I mean, Kevin OConnell left a job where Sean McVey calls all the plays to go to Minnesota, where the place is freaking covered in snow. I'm amazed. I'm so cold out here. I am just flabbergasted that they didn't shoot March of the Penguins out in Minnesota. It's so bloody cold. Now, Minnesota. Why would you leave Los Angeles for Minnesota? Can you tell me why? I mean, what's the sign that leads into Minnesota? Hey, welcome to Minneapolis. Come for the blizzard. Stay for the race riot. You know? Kyle Rittenhouse, say what you want about that kid. He was smart enough to not go to Minnesota. Give the kid credit for at least that much. And it's kind of obvious why. It's a little bit difficult to pull out the machine gun when you're covered up in horse blankets and a parka. Minnesota. Merciful God. So let's talk about MLS soccer and in particular LAFC. Their season kicks off Saturday afternoon at home. They'll be playing the Colorado Rapids at 12:30 p.m. You can catch the game on Univision or TUDN. Full disclosure, I'm a Galaxy supporter, love the Galaxy, but I want to try to at least be fair to LAFC. I've done my research, and I'm going to tell you why I think that they may not have solved the problems that they have had these last couple of years. This is two-thirds of a team. Two-thirds of a team without a manager that I would trust, I would imagine. Now, they brought in about 4 or 5, potentially 5 new starters. They'll be playing a 4-3-3. Their front line, the forwards, look, begrudging. They're terrific. They're going to put a lot of shots on net. Pretty good midfield, which we'll get to in a little bit. So I want to start off with what I begrudgingly appreciate. If there is a healthy Carlos Vela this year, LAFC could be really dangerous. Terrific left foot, dynamic player, definitely a lot of goals, but he's been injured. Just like the Galaxy have problems with Chicharito staying healthy, you guys got that problem too. Once Vela went down last year, you guys were toast. There was no way around it, and I think in your heart of hearts, I think you know that too. Second thing that I like about LAFC, you guys have an open designated player spot. You got one when I think Diego Rossi left to go play in Turkey. So having that spot open until mid-year, when you can try to find either a supplement to your defense or a better offensive player if Vela goes down, I think that's very bright. So I'm going to give credit where it's due. Now here's what I don't like. What sucks for you, but not for me. The first I would say is your manager. Look, LAFC came into MLS with a mission. They wanted to be recognized on the world stage, much like the Galaxy does. And I can appreciate that. So you have an opening at the manager's position. How did this happen? I think it's because Bob Bradley is an extremely tense individual, and while that can work for a little limited amount of time, eventually, I think he rubs players the wrong way. It's just a guess. I don't have a line into the locker room, but people don't like hard charging, tense people 24/7, and I think that's why he had to eventually leave and go to Toronto. So you have a team that's dynamic, and you're sitting there, and how do I continue this march up into world recognition? You hire a manager with world recognition. That's what you do. You get somebody that can be a difference maker, but instead you guys promoted from within. Steve Cherundolo, in my opinion, this could be a really bad idea, because your USL team is the Las Vegas Lights. Cherundolo ran them last year to a 6-23-3 record. Ugh. I mean, they were in buck naked last place. And not only were they in buck naked last, they were 15 points beneath the team that was not in buck naked last. This was a really bad soccer team. And I live in Las Vegas now. I did see the Lights play. That was not a good performance. And you're going to give that guy the keys to the Ferrari? That's a real issue. Second problem that LAFC has, I mentioned it earlier, they just don't play defense. They put all their cards on putting the ball in the net, and I get why that's a lot of fun. I get why that excites the fans, but you got to keep the ball out of your own net. And I'm here to tell you, as a Galaxy supporter, I could tell you how painful it is to watch one goal conceded after another. The team that in LA plays better defense is going to have the better year. I don't think there's any way around it. The third problem that LAFC has is that despite having early success, you guys have a lot of trouble playing the LA Galaxy. If you guys want to be the team on the world stage, you've got to beat your rival, and you just can't do it. You haven't done it yet, and I don't know if you're going to do it this year. I mean, I'm not saying the Galaxy are world beaters, but they've even beaten you guys when they didn't have Zlatan, when they didn't have Chicharito. You've got to beat your rivals. It's just that simple. Now, you guys did make an attempt to address the defense. You started in goal. You brought in somebody with honestly, a very interesting name, but I don't want to make fun of the guy for his name, Maxime Crépeau, or if I mispronounce it, my bad. He's a goalie from Vancouver, the Whitecaps. Maybe it's an upgrade. Everybody's saying it's an upgrade. Who am I to know? I don't know. I don't know who too many of the elite goalies in MLS. If you're elite, you usually get called to Europe, right? So going from one MLS team to another, I can't tell you he's elite. I don't know. But let's assume for the moment that he is elite. Anybody who watches a lot of soccer will tell you your elite defense, the back line is more important than your goalie. So, okay, you have somebody competent in net. I can totally appreciate it. I've seen lousy people in net for the Galaxy. David Bingham, Clement Diop, jeez. But it's the back line. And unless your back line is competent, I don't think you guys solve the problem. This is where LAFC's future lies for this year. Whether or not you guys are going to be in the argument for the Supporters' Shield or struggling to get into the playoffs. It's Kellen Acosta. Kellen Acosta, men's national team player for the Americans. He's been terrific at times, kind of disappears some other times, but for the most part, when he's really at his most effective, he is an irritating player to play against. The opponents, they can't stand him. Ask the people across CONCACAF. They're not fond of playing against Kellen Acosta. So he has talent, and he's your defensive midfielder. And through him, hopefully the offense is what gets started going the other way, that he helps back on defense with your back line, takes the ball, starts the counterattack. So it has the potential to be a great signing, a great addition, no doubt. Here's the problem. Not only is he irritating for the other team, You could make an argument that he's irritating to his own teams, because his entire career has been this. Start off in playing for Dallas, and all of a sudden, where's that his welcome? They ship him to Colorado. Colorado gets tired of him, ships him back to Dallas. Dallas gets tired of him, ships him back to Colorado, and then finally both cities said, to hell with it. LA, they love weirdos, take them. So this is a move that could either be fantastic for LAFC or utterly blow up in their face. And I can't tell you which one it's going to be. The bottom line for LAFC is this. They're either going to be in contention for the Supporters' Shield if everything goes right, and I mean everything goes right, or the downward slide just kind of tapers off and they either barely make or barely miss the playoffs. Now, I don't claim to know everything about soccer. You are absolutely welcome to comment and tell me where I'm full of crap, because I'm still learning about soccer. I love the sport, but I'm still learning about it. And besides that, I'll be talking about LA Galaxy in a couple of days. You're welcome to talk smack about me then too. Totally get it. But if you did like or appreciated the fact that I am being as honest about these things as I possibly can when it comes to LAFC, yes, I would like you to like the video. I would like you to subscribe to the channel. I would like you to share it with your friends. So that's what's going on in LA sports on Tuesday, the 22nd. I look forward to seeing you tomorrow. We'll chat then. Have a good day. It's James. Bye.